I've been staying at my boyfriend's house, which he lives in with his grandparents. It's his grandparents' house, and it's just stunning. It's a beautiful 500-year-old cottage that was one of the original when the Senor came and took the island, stopped the pirates from stealing or attacking Queen Elizabeth I's ships. The Senor had about 30 or 40 tenements then given out to the people that came over with them, the farmers and stuff that came and helped him, and they then were all given these plots of land, and my boyfriend's family weren't one of those people, but his family came over like 400 years ago and have been here as farmers ever since, and they're living in this cottage that is a 500-year-old fisherman's cottage, and it's just ridiculously beautiful. It looks like something from Pride and Prejudice, and it's for sale. So if any of you are really wealthy and want to live somewhere that is literally paradise heaven, there's no coronavirus, it's never been here, and the people are amazing, the community's hilarious and funny, and it's real lively, like it's, you know, a tiny little island. But this, I mean, I'm constantly busy with social life and stuff, you know, like there's a really wonderful community here of lovely people. So if you're an entrepreneur with your own business and you've got a bit of money to play with and fancy a stunning cottage that you can do up and fix up and love, then you should check this one out. I am walking to Dekar for a swim. I'm in proper training now for the pilgrimage. I got myself a personal trainer, which I've never done before because I normally have really good willpower, but my willpower is gone because I'm newly in love. I'm on an island where all of my usual fitness routines they just don't work. So I used to go Zumba 3 times a week. I used to walk everywhere and cycle everywhere, but when I say that, everywhere was much bigger than here. So I've been going, and I was going on proper big bike rides when I was in lockdown in England. And now I'm like trying to go for bike rides, just going round and round in circles, and it ends up being 6 miles. And in England I was doing like 15 miles and 30 miles at the weekend. So I got a personal trainer. Basically the trick is that I have to walk 10,000 steps a day, and then also do the workouts that he's given me. His name's Ryan Coach, he's on Instagram, he's brilliant. I'm really enjoying working with him. Eat a high protein diet. I've got to eat like 100 grams of protein a day. So yeah, it's really good. Like the workouts he's sending are really good. He's working all my different muscle groups. So it just feels like I can now, it's not like he's going to have to drag me through this. I like doing what I'm doing. I want to do it. I want to be fit for the pilgrimage. I need to be strong and in peak condition because I'm going to be responsible for so many people's lives. Like I need to make sure that I'm in a place where I can do that. So that's nice. It feels good that I've just got someone just like holding me to account. It's kind of all I needed. I just needed a bit of a kick up the backside. So thoroughly enjoying doing the walking. Basically, this island is really good for walking around because it does actually take ages to get anywhere when you walk, because it's, you're walking a mile or whatever to get somewhere, a couple of miles. But on your bike it takes like 10 minutes. So I've been going everywhere on my bike thinking, oh yeah, but I'm getting a bit of exercise. But actually it's a really short bike ride, but it's a long walk. So that's been good. So just been at my boyfriend's, gonna now walk down to Dekar and have a swim. It's high tide and it's finally summer. Oh, what a relief. Like that was really doing my head in. Yes. I look forward to seeing what Dekar's looking like today. I absolutely love this path. It's the road down to Stocks and it just feels so old. Stocks is the hotel. It's like a posh, very nice, lovely hotel here. My boyfriend works in the kitchen and the food is amazing. There's a wonderful head chef who is incredible, called Dom. And this road just feels really old. It's called Stocks because the old stocks are there. I don't know if it's where people were originally put in the stocks, but it is really beautiful. But I'm just loving all of this white along the edges of the road. It's all the seeds from the hedgerow, and it just sort of makes me think of like spunk. It's like nature spunk running up the road. But this road is so beautiful and old. I love it. This is Stocks Hotel, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got a swimming pool and then a really lovely restaurant. And if you come down and have lunch here, then you can use the swimming pool, which is something that I sometimes do. But it's also got a lovely little bar. It's more expensive than the other bars and stuff, but I quite like the fact that it's here because it's like this little zhuzhy oasis in the middle of what's otherwise mud and campfires and very rustic. Yeah, there's the stocks over in the background there, and yeah, it's a beautiful place. And then here we are in Descartes Bay, and it's really getting overgrown now. Like it's the canopy is grown and it's very dense. Feels very snug. Definitely has a rainforest vibe to it. It's been interesting watching this place. Like, you know, that's the wild leek. That's all gone over now. They're all flat, and all the white flowers that were absolutely everywhere. The whole island for the whole of sort of in bulk just smelt of onion from the three-cornered leek. Oh, as soon as you enter this forest, the blood pressure drops, and you just feel peace. So that's, if you've ever, I don't know if you've read The Hidden Life of Trees. If you haven't, then I highly recommend it. The Hidden Life of Trees is about like the mycelium network of roots underneath the trees and how they connect with each other, and nutrients are shared between the trees. I've also read Entangled, which by not Cosmo, the other one, Merlin Sheldrake. Cosmo Sheldrake is a musician. Merlin Sheldrake, he has written this book about the mycelium and about how the mycelium will pass the nutrients from one plant to another to keep all its hosts alive, because it lives off its hosts. So there's just this continuous back and forth of resources happening under the forest floor, and if a tree is getting attacked, then it can send messages either airborne or through the mycelium web, chemical changes that alert the other trees, so they'll stop producing toxins that will stop whatever it is that's attacking them, like insects or elephants or whatever. It will send these messages. And now we're in this just watching two chaffinches have a dog fight in the air. But if you, they found that humans pick up on the chemical signals that the trees let off. So if you walk through a like a plantation forest of trees that are pines that basically are all kind of orphans, and they're chopped down when they're young, so it's horrible. It's almost like a concentration camp, because their roots aren't connected by any mycelium network, so they're like blind and deaf and dumb, and they aren't able to communicate with each other, and they kind of don't know about each other, or they do know about each other, but just as competition, and they're just there, just like trying to grow and then getting chopped down while they're young. It's horrific when you actually start thinking about it as living beings. That maybe, you know, at what point do you say something's sentient? They communicate, they have family networks, you get loners, you get like they kind of have personalities, and they are they move, they eat, they breathe, and they communicate. Alright, trees don't move like what we would say, but forests do migrate. Forests will move towards the north or the south, depending on where the environment is taking them. And if you walk through a plantation that's these kind of concentration camp type plantations, then it makes the human more stressed. We pick up on it and we stress out. Whereas if you move through a forest like this, that's like old ancient rainforest, this floor is going to be full of mycelium. So much biodiversity, so much here. And just listen to the birds, and just the second you enter it, you relax, because this is, for humans, the safe space to be in. You know, if we were in a fight or flight situation, being in the plains, in the in the, like, being on the prairie or whatever, you're visible, you're more in danger. But being in a forest, there's plenty of places to hide. Once you got to the forest, you knew you were safe. So, you know, in our evolution, this has been our happy, safe place where we know that we can chill out. The view's much more beautiful this way. I'm going to try and hold you this way around. And it does, the second I enter here, I can feel how cleavers. Hello, cleavers. The hogweed's out in full force now. Elderflowers out. Hello, elder. Wild sorrel. Nettle, Your Highness. Yeah, this is my favourite place in the world. It's got to be done just because it's so beautiful. Hello, Descartes. Wonderful thing. Yay, the tide is really high. I love it when it's really high because the waterfall goes straight into the water, and yeah, and it's more fun to kind of get in the sea because you know that it's just the beach below you. Like the further out it goes, it gets a bit more rocky out further out. Yeah, look at that. Yes. Awesome.